안녕하세요. 시카고 보트 투어예요. 건축 관련 설명을 듣는 거니까 여러분들도 영어로 나오는 설명을 들으시면서 감상하시면 됩니다.
17. This was about marketing. It was showing off that roof to make it look. The London Guarantee and Accident Company was an insurance company. Simple style under these tower bridges. Those are going to be on both sides. These bridges are actually still used today to operate all of the drawbridges that we go under. They used to be manned on Wednesdays and maybe Saturdays. And so you'll have the same person get one bridge, then move to the next, and move to the next. As we turn the corner, still stay on our left. Again, limestone goes up 27 stories. It has a 17-story tower in the middle. It also has these 4 little temples on the corner. This is 35 east. What I like best about the building are those 4 temples on the corner. You see, at the time the building was built, there was a zoning ordinance that would not let you build tall, ornate mechanical pieces of mechanical equipment you will see ever in your life. As we pass under the bridge, it's still Leo Burnett building. This is the first example we have of postmodernism. With a square blocky concrete. How do you do that? Well, you take the temple at the top, put a bunch of glass and fake columns on the outside, cut in, recessed in on all 4 corners. And that postmodernism time doubles the number of corner offices on that design. Before I describe it, I want to give you a term. It's called contextualism. And it means relating to something nearby. That contextualism relates to heights of, and you can see everyone enjoying the walk. Now, but making it continuous with these additional walkways, is really difficult. More rectilinear building on it, but the architect wanted to make it a curve. I like to think that's how an impressionist painter might paint the skyline of the city of Chicago. Now, directly below it, you're going to notice some concrete walls with a bunch of circles in them. Angles in towards the building. Again, all of that takes the load from the columns above and tries to. That took about 6 months. And while it was falling, so you're going to have people like the mayor, the governor. Again, 23 stories, but it's a steel building. It didn't need it. Again, 50 stories, relatively small. As we pass by, though, take a quick look at it. Those aren't really rounded corners. Use a very small motor to lift what looks like these heavy bridges up and down on a unbuildable site, as it was deemed. 85% of the area they wanted to build on, you could not. That, however, is not enough to make that building stand. Swimming pools at the top to help reduce the pool. And based on the size of the holes of those screens, they can actually break your offices. Seriously, as we look at it though, here's where I want to be honest as an architect. Hard in or barely extruding out. The Art Deco style also tried to emphasize vertical. We'll see what it's supposed to symbolize. The architect did this by, we call it, and they said, if you want to put your building on the map, put a map right angles in his building. He wanted to be much more. The entire building itself is like a giant X. So there, I mean, there really aren't right angles you're going to find in elevators to get up in there. Now, how do you build? Every 10 seconds, that's the period it takes for that to oscillate from one side. Everything going down, it actually is resisting the other way. Since there's nothing on the left, 1930, when it was built, it was the largest building in the world and remained so for 110 stories. It's 85 stories taller yet. About the building I like is if we have any movie buffs here. There was a 1980 film called The Hunter with Steve McQueen in. Again, a Gothic cathedral. At the very top, you see these giant arches with pillars sticking up. Those are there. 30 Rock is in the true Art Deco fashion. The building. Why don't we just collect the water from further out where that water is still flowing to the first Ferris wheel ever made, and it was made down at the World's Fair. I also like to talk a little bit about Navy Pier. Not only does it have a Ferris wheel, but it also has a merry-go-round.
1시간 30분 정도 설명을 들었고요. 이렇게 계속 보트를 타면서 들어서 정말 아름답고 좋았어요.
The very top. All right, we'll cover that. It actually reduced the structural load on this by 17%. Brochures if you, I'm sorry, not the back of the brochures. If you hang on to your tickets, those will.
건물들을 그냥 봐도 멋있는데 설명을 들으니까 이 바람이 많이 분다는 환경에 맞춰서 지은 그런 기술들도 있고, 그리고 이렇게 많은 건물이 생긴 계기가 엄청난 화재가 있고 나무로 만든 건물들이 불에 타서 그렇게 된 거라고 하는 게 역사적으로 재미있는 사실들이 많았어요. 그래서 방금까지 아침에 계속 메리어트 호텔에 있었던 모습이고 이제 다른 호텔로 이동하는 거예요. 레우스 호텔이라는 처음 들어보는 호텔이었는데 시설도 깔끔하고 좋았어요. 그리고 특이한 점이 여기 1층 로비에 식당이 좀 특이했는데요. 보통 호텔에서 뷔페처럼 즐기는 식당이 아니라 미국의 전형적인 주문하는 식당이었어요. 그래서 조식을 먹을 때도 메뉴 주문해서 받는 그런 시스템이어서 다음 영상에 나올 거예요. 웰컴 기프트 이런 음식도 주셨고요. 방금 나온 영상은 지나가고 찍혔지만 마리오 복장을 하고 마리오 카트처럼 타고 있는 사람이었고요. 여기는 핫도그를 먹으러 간 곳이에요. 시카고에서 유명한 비프 샌드위치와 핫도그였는데 여기 보시면 초록색이 많죠? 저 초록색 그린빈인 것 같은데 그것에 피클도 있고 오이 피클도 있고 여러 가지 야채가 피클로 절여져 있어서 아주 상큼하고 맛있었어요. 저 후드도 시카고 후드를 사가지고 추운 날씨에 아주 잘 따뜻하게 입었고요. 제가 좋아하는 감자튀김도 먹고 아주 좋았던 시카고 맛집이에요. 다음 영상도 기대해 주세요. 끝까지 봐주신 분들 감사합니다. 안녕.